How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Today, this is knocking out stuff a little bit early, but hey, it's all good in the neighborhood. You know me, I like to talk about businesses, especially black businesses, at least once a week or once every other week. And we're heading to the good old Oakland, California, Bay Area within California, or as some of the locals will call it, the town or whatnot, or the land. I've got a lot of friends that come out of Oakland now. Most of them live in Texas or Nevada nowadays. Excuse me, but that's what I've heard them called. Yeah, I'm going back to the land, or I'm going back to the town. But anyways, the best part of this is that it's a great soul food restaurant known as Vegan Mob. I would love to go to the Bay Area this year, but if not, definitely next year. And when I do, I will go check out and support this business without asking for a discount, because that's a lot of problems people have, especially in the African American community. At times, people want to shop at our businesses, but they always want a discount. And there's nothing wrong with getting a discount, but when a business is starting off, they need to make money. Crazy concept. Anyways, I digress. Now, for the last 10 years, there have been a lot of vegan restaurants popping up all over the United States of America, and I absolutely love the idea of black-owned soul food restaurants being in the vegan restaurant game. Now, according to the article that I read today, as there was a DJ that shouted for people to dance to the music playing from the nearby speakers within the restaurant. And this is because the article went in about how everything was on the first opening day. And as you can see, it's like a lot of restaurants that you see. And it's funny the way you see this restaurant set up. It's actually like COVID friendly in a sense when you think about it, because you're not dining in, you're dining out. And of course, you're in California, so the weather there is best compared to any other state in the country, except I know the Bay Area gets a lot more rain compared to Southern California. But anyways, you go up there, you get your food, it's being served via a window, so it's a beautiful thing. I remember when I went to Taco Bell. If you're ever in Los Angeles, check out Taco Bell. Great, a black-owned taco restaurant. Been there like 4 times. Can't wait to go back. Great tacos. Some of the best tacos I've ever had in my life there. And they have the same setup now because of COVID. Beforehand, you could be able to go in there, but now they got the same setup to where you pay outside, place your order outside, you get your food while you're outside, and then you go eat wherever you're gonna eat. But anyways, I digress. Because I grew up in the DMV, and there's only like a handful, barely, of great restaurants. People don't like, a lot of the times, the people in the DMV area, they don't put a lot of love into the cooking, because this is the only part of the United States that I know where your food can suck and you can stay open. Now, if you go to, now I'm not gonna say the whole DMV area. There's parts of Prince George's County where the food is very good. Certain parts of Tyson's Corner on the Northern Virginia side where the food is decent, and certain parts of Fairfax County, but it's very minimal. Certain parts of DC where the food is very good, but like I said, when I go to other parts of the country, there's love put into that cooking, because they know that their restaurants can't stay open if the food is terrible, especially if the service is terrible. But I digress. Like I said, I go on and on about that all day. Anyways. You had people all around the place. They were sharing bites of vegan po' boys, surround themselves in line at the Vegan Mob during the first day of business in Oakland. And the article stated it was mostly young black and brown people, all of them either laughing, talking, or dancing. The vibe on that day was actually joyous, like a family reunion. And like I said, that's one thing I can say about restaurants that I've gone to in California, Nevada, Texas, Georgia, even Florida. They have some of the best restaurants in the country. I know New Orleans does too, so I can't wait to check New Orleans out. But they got some of the best restaurants in the country, and the vibe is just different, especially in California, especially in Nevada, because being an outside of the box thinker and person who lives outside of a box is actually considered the norm out there, and being eccentric is considered to be cool. And that's why I love the vibe in those specific areas. Even when you're in New Orleans, it's cool to be different. From people that have told me, it's cool to stand out. It's not cool to be a conformist all the freaking time. And that's a lot of times in the DMV, that's become the new norm. And that's why I'm not a big fan of that. But anyways, I'm not dogging the DMV area. I'm just saying this is why I appreciate other parts of the United States, because I like Seattle and Portland a lot, because it's considered an outside of the box thinker kind of place. It's cool to be different, dress different. Everybody doesn't look so dress left, right, left, and all that nonsense. You know what I mean? But anyways, I digress. The article also stated that, like any brown family reunion, everybody's got that good family reunion worth its salt. The music at Vegan Mob restaurant, which is actually located at 500 Lake Park Avenue in Oakland, 500 Lake Park Avenue in Oakland. Obviously, Google them. You'll be able to find them. Located just up the road from Grand Lake Theater, was mostly hip-hop music being played. The writer stated that he felt good, that he could, in his chest, he felt so good in the atmosphere that he was in, he could feel the bass drumming in his chest and whatnot from nearby speakers as the DJ spun Nicki Minaj's Moment for Life. Now, this sounds like the kind of place I wouldn't mind going to, family, if we're going to be honest. I would love to dine at a place like this. Why? Because like I said, I grew up in Northern Virginia. Needless to say, we don't have restaurants like that to where it makes you want to actually dine there and, be in the kind of entertainment that just constantly going on and on. Most of the restaurants in the Northern Virginia area make you just want to utilize a DoorDash and Grubhub and just let me get my food so I can be left alone. You know what I mean? But I digress. The article also stated that vegan food in various forms has long been a part of culinary identity. But I only realized this as I got older and grew curious about the connections between the soul food, Creole food, and the Caribbean and African fare that he would often attend at home. And nowadays, given the fact that most people really do not have to eat out anymore if they do not want to, people will do it when the food and the service reminds people of being at home and the food that they grew up with. That's why a lot of times you see in a lot of immigrant communities, people from the Middle East, people from Africa, people from the Caribbean and Central and South America and whatnot, in Asia, they feel like they're back in their own country when they step into these restaurants and whatnot. They got their own music playing, people own the place, they speak the same language. So I get it. Everybody has to have their own place where they can just kick back, relax, and enjoy themselves. Because if you can't do that, then what's the freaking point of going to eat out? You can eat at, like nowadays you can eat out at home. If you can't feel like you somewhat of the comforts of home, then why even eat out at a place anymore? That's my personal opinion, but I'll just leave it at that. So I just think that's pretty cool, to be honest with you. And, the article stated that education is a big part of why the owner of Vegan Mob, Toriano Gordon, is actually doing this. He said, people have questions, but the more they eat, the more they realize this food is familiar that they're actually consuming. And speaking of the food, that's a picture of the actual owner of the restaurant right there. And here's a picture of some of the cuisine that you can get there. Like I said, as much as I'm talking, look at what they have to offer. And I'm sure, like I checked out the menu this morning, it's actually got some great stuff. I'm not even a vegan, but I'm just like, hey, I wouldn't mind partaking. You know what I mean? He stated it contains things they know. Like he said, like I said, the more familiar one is, that the more they will want to actually go to the specific establishment. So it's nothing but love and respect from this end on that note, and that's why I'm highlighting this business. And I actually gave him a review, even though I haven't been there yet, but I like to do that when I see businesses trying to do their freaking thing. The article ended with this great positive note. Vegan Mob shows how vegan food is modern and can be served with stepped in hip hop and black culture. Love every second of that. Meanwhile, specialty foods is a remnant of the old guard of vegan dining, the type of place where black families for decades found African and Caribbean items they couldn't find anywhere else. So Vegan Mob, I love what you are doing out there in Oakland, and please keep up the great work. I love it because a community cannot be successful if they're only just worried about sports and politics. A community has to have businesses and investments, period. Everybody knows this. It's not even up for debate anymore. That's why I say I think the whole Democrat-Republican thing is the biggest waste of time on earth, in my personal opinion, because no matter who's in office and what state you're in, if the investments aren't there, if the assets aren't there, and if the money moves aren't being made, and the financial education isn't being put into place, then what are we talking about? And speaking of financial education, if you're interested in joining the Gold Standard Partners, the link is in the description. Please sign up for free if you're a crypto investor, even though cryptocurrency hasn't had its best week or weekend. But hey, it's up to you. Like I said, if you sign up, I'll give you a call and we'll discuss how you can become a part of the affiliate marketing campaign to make money moves. The Gold Standard Partners owns a G999 coin, and we can go from there. Speaking of which, don't forget to support your local businesses. Check out my online store. If you want a 3% discount, the digital code is Larry P, LARRYP, LARRYP. Get a 3% discount for first-time customers. On that note, family, remember, you can't get fired if you own the company. It's 2021. It's time for you to own something, all right? Do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again for all the contributions to my PayPal and my Cash App. It's always greatly appreciated. People don't have to do that, so thank you again. And on that note, family, live your life, enjoy your life, appreciate your life, and I'll see you guys later. All right, take care.